It's really too bad because nobody told me about it, and I would have loved to have spoken to you. You know I'm very open to you. I think you've always been fair, but we'll see what happens.
And so what was President Xi saying yesterday?
Well, we were talking mostly about the virus.
Because of all we've done, the risk to the American people remains very low.
And I think he's going to have it in good shape.
I've had many friends, business people with great, actually, common sense. They said, why don't we write it out? A lot of people have said, a lot of people have thought about it. Write it out. Don't do anything. Just write it out and think of it as the flu.
But, you know, it's a very tricky situation.
I mean, view this the same as the flu.
It goes through air, Bob.
You don't have to necessarily grab every handrail unless you have to.
It's always tougher than the touch. You know, the touch, you don't have to touch things, right?
Wash your hands, stay clean.
But the air, you just breathe the air, and that's how it's passed.
He hugs me, kisses. I said, are you well? He says, no. He said, I have the worst fever and the worst flu. And he's hugging and kissing me.
And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one.
I said, excuse me. I went there, I started washing my hands.
It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus.
So you have to do that. You know, this is, I really think, Doctor, you want to treat this like you treat the flu, right? But it's not the flu.
You know, people don't realize we lose 25,000, 30,000 people a year here. Who would ever think that, right?
The flu in our country kills from 25,000 people to 69,000 people a year. That was shocking to me.
It's pretty amazing. And then I say, well, is that the same thing?
This is a flu. This is like a flu.
This is more deadly.
Over the last 10 years, we've lost 360,000. These are people that have died from the flu.
This is 5% versus 1% and less than 1%.
You treat this like a flu. It's a little like the regular flu that we have flu shots for.
You know, so this is deadly stuff. A lot of people will have this, and it's very mild. They'll get better very rapidly. They don't even see a doctor. They don't even call a doctor. You never hear about those people, so you can't put them down in the category of the overall population in terms of this corona flu and or virus.
It's vicious. There are some viruses and flus that came and they went for a vaccine. They never found the vaccine and they've disappeared. They've never shown up again.
Now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob.
If you look at what's going on, the younger the better. Amazing, the immune system. For children, the lower they are in age, the lower the risk. Young people are almost immune to this disease.
Today and yesterday, some startling facts came out. It's not just older
exactly.
young people, to plenty of young people.
In terms of mortality, fatality, the numbers for children under a certain age, meaning young, their immune systems are very, very strong. They're very powerful, and they seem to be able to handle it very well, and that's according to every statistic.
So give me a moment of talking to somebody, going through this with Fauci or somebody who kind of, it caused a pivot in your mind, because it's clear just from what's on the public record that you went through a pivot on this to, oh my God, the gravity is almost inexplicable and unexplainable.
I'm all for masks. I think masks are good. I would wear, if I were in a group of people and I was close.
You would wear one?
Oh, I have. I mean, people have seen me wearing one. If I'm in a group of people where we're not, 10 feet away, but usually I'm not in that position, and everyone's tested. Because I'm the president, they get tested before they see me. But if I were in a tight situation with people, I would absolutely.
You think the public will see that at some point?
I mean, I'd have no problem. They're not mandatory guidelines. They're guidelines. They suggest you could wear them. You don't have to wear them. I want people to have a certain freedom, and I don't believe in that. So I just don't want to wear one myself. It's a recommendation. They recommend it. When you are not able to socially distance, wear a mask. Get a mask. Whether you like the mask or not, they have an impact. They'll have an effect, and we need everything we can get. I don't see it for myself. I maybe I'll change my mind.
There is nobody more patriotic than me, your favorite president. The image was taken from his recent visit to Walter Reed Medical Center, the only time the president has worn a mask publicly.
With that being said, I'm a believer in masks. I think masks are good. You're going to have to take that off, please. You can take it off. How many feet are you away?
I'll speak a lot louder.
Well, if you don't take it off, you're very muffled. So if you would take it off, it would be a lot easier.
I'll just speak a lot louder. Is that better?
It's better, yeah. It's better. No, Biden can wear a mask, but he was standing outside with his wife, perfect conditions, perfect weather. They're inside, they don't wear masks, and so I thought it was very unusual that he had one on. But did you ever see a man that likes a mask as much as him? And then he makes a speech, and he always has it, not always, but a lot of times he has it hanging down. But I thought that was fine. I wasn't criticizing him at all. Why would I ever do a thing like that? Because you know what? It gives him a feeling of security. And your second question was? I couldn't hear you. Can you take it off because I cannot hear you?
I'll just speak louder, sir.
Oh, okay, good. You want to be politically correct. Go ahead. Hanging down. Hanging down. Well, actually, I had a mask on. I sort of liked the way I looked. Okay, I thought it was okay. It was a dark black mask, and I thought it looked okay. It looked like the Lone Ranger. If I were a psychiatrist, right? No, I'd say this guy's got some big issues.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you,
Sure, I want you to.
I wanted to always play it down.
The president never downplayed the virus.
I still like playing it down.
Yes,
because I don't want to create a panic.
The president never downplayed the virus.